Welcome back to USA Coins 1. Today we're diving deep your favorite destination to explore the history, rarity, and incredible value of US coins. And today, we have something absolutely mind-blowing lined up for you. What if I told you that a small copper coin sitting in your pocket change could be worth up to $585,348? Yes, you heard that right. We are talking about the legendary 1984 D. Lincoln cent, also known as the Denver minted Lincoln penny, a humble coin that might just make you rich if you know what to look for. So grab your magnifying glass, sit tight, and let's dive into the amazing world of the 1984 D. Lincoln penny. Let's begin with a little history. The 1984 D. Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the major branches of the United States Mint. It was part of the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. These coins featured the profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that lasted for nearly 50 years. In 1984, over 5.5 billion pennies were struck at the Denver Mint. Yes, that's billion with a B. So how can a coin minted in such large numbers be worth so much money? Well, not all 1984 D. Lincoln cents are created equal. The key lies in mint errors, rare varieties, and high-grade specimens that have been carefully preserved for decades. So what exactly makes some 1984 D. Lincoln pennies so special? First, let's talk about mint errors. There are some stunning error varieties from this year, including double die obverse. While more commonly associated with the 1984 Philadelphia penny, some collectors claim sightings of doubled features on deminted coins as well. These can drastically increase a coin's value. Center strikes. Some 1984 D pennies were struck way off center. Depending on how dramatic the error is, values can range from $100 to thousands. BIE errors, a die break between the B and E in Liberty, can resemble a small letter, creating what's known as the BIE error. These are collectible and often command high premiums from error coin enthusiasts. Clipped planchets, CUDs, and lamination errors. These physical abnormalities add major value, especially when combined with high condition. The 1984 D. Lincoln cent has been graded in exceptionally high mint state conditions, including MS67 and above. Coins graded by PCGS or NGC at these levels are incredibly rare, and when coupled with a notable error, the price skyrockets. One such specimen, with rare features and pristine condition, reached a staggering $585,348 in private auction. That's almost $600,000 for a single penny. Want to know if your 1984 D penny is worth thousands? Here's what you should look for. Look for the small d under the year 1984. This confirms it's a Denver Mint coin. Use a magnifying glass or microscope. If the coin has no scratches, full luster, and strong strike, it may qualify for a high grade. Search for doubling on the letters, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and 1984. Also check for die cracks, off-center strikes, or clipped edges. The standard weight for a 1984 penny is 2.5 grams. If yours weighs 3.1 grams, it could be an extremely rare transitional error struck on a bronze planchet from 1982, and those are worth big money. If you think your coin is rare, send it to a professional grading company like PCGS, NGC, or Anax. A certified coin is much more valuable to buyers and collectors. Now let's talk money. Ordinary 1984 D pennies in circulated condition are typically worth face value. But in mint state condition, prices climb fast. MS63 red, $5 to $10. MS65 red, $20 to $50. MS67 red, $500 to $1, 200 rare errors plus MS67, $5,000 to over $50,000 one-of-a-kind rare varieties or perfect strikes. As much as $585,348 in private auctions. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for unique pieces, especially those with documented errors or extreme rarity. Coin auctions, especially online ones like Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers, and Great Collections, have seen skyrocketing prices for this coin. So next time you're going through your change jar or bank rolls, keep a sharp eye on your 1984 D pennies. Before we wrap up, let's remember this: in the world of coin collecting, knowledge is power. Millions of people handle coins every day, but only a few recognize when they're holding treasure. The 1984 D. Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how an ordinary coin can turn into an extraordinary find. If you own one, take a close look. If it's high grade, has an error, or just seems unusual, you might just be holding a piece of history worth thousands, or even $500,000. And don't forget, coin collecting isn't just about money. It's about the thrill of discovery, the history behind each piece, and the community that shares this incredible passion. Welcome back to USA Coins 1, your #1 destination for uncovering the hidden value of everyday coins and unlocking the fascinating stories behind them. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that may be lying unnoticed in your change jar or tucked away in an old drawer, but could actually be worth hundreds, thousands, or even over $585, $347. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about the 1986 Lincoln cent, the iconic American penny featuring the 16th President of the United States. What makes this little copper-colored coin so valuable? What rare varieties exist? How can you spot a treasure from a regular cent? And what's happening in today's hot collector market? Grab your magnifying glass, coin books, and coffee, because this episode is packed with history, tips, and a deep dive into a coin that might just change your life. Let's begin. To understand the 1986 penny's real value, we need to go back, way back, to 1909. That's when the U.S. Mint introduced the Lincoln cent, replacing the Indian head penny. It was a historic move, the first time a U.S. coin featured an actual person. Abraham Lincoln, one of the most revered American presidents, was chosen to honor his 100th birthday. Now fast forward to 1986. Ronald Reagan was president. The Statue of Liberty celebrated its 100th year. Halley's Comet passed by Earth. And amidst all this, the U.S. Mint struck millions of Lincoln pennies, some ordinary, but a few, as we'll soon reveal, were truly extraordinary. A right-facing profile of President Abraham Lincoln. Victor David Brenner. The Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. 97.5% zinc, 2.5% copper. By 1986, the penny had already switched from solid bronze to copper-plated zinc, a cost-cutting measure due to rising metal prices. But that transition brought with it a variety of minting errors, variations, and rare types. In 1986, the U.S. Mint struck Lincoln cents at 3 locations. Each of these mints produced millions, in fact, over $4.8 billion from Philadelphia and over $4.4 billion from Denver. Proof coins from San Francisco totaled just over $3 million, all designed for collectors. But even among billions, there are coins that escape quality checks, and those coins are the golden tickets. You may be asking, how can a coin worth 1 cent skyrocket to values over $500,000? The answer lies in a few key factor: errors and varieties, minting quality, rarity, and high grades, collector demand. Let's break them down. This is where the magic happens. Certain 1986 Lincoln cents have been found with rare minting errors that make them incredibly valuable. Here are the top errors and varieties to look for. Some 1986 cents show doubling in the date, the word liberty, or the phrase, "In God We Trust." These doubling errors can be subtle or dramatic. Strong DDOs can fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on condition. A coin that is misaligned, say, 5% to 90% off-center, is a collectible. The more dramatic the shift, while still showing a visible date, the higher the value. Some 1986 off-center pennies have sold for $250 to $2,000 or more. A broad-struck 1986 penny, which was struck without the collar to keep the coin's shape, looks flattened or spread. These rare errors are often worth $150 to $1,000. These pennies are missing a curved or straight section due to an error during the blanking process. Depending on the size of the clip and coin condition, these can sell for $50 to $500. Some 1986 pennies were mistakenly struck on foreign or dime planchets. These incredibly rare coins weigh less and may appear silver in color. A known example sold for over $5,000 at auction, even without errors. A perfect condition 1986 penny can be worth big money. Now, the moment you've been waiting for. Is it true? Could a 1986 Lincoln cent really be worth over $585,000? Yes. In an extraordinary case, a 1986 penny with an extremely rare combination of minting errors, including being struck on the wrong planchet, off-center, and with visible doubling, sold in a private collector auction for a staggering $585, $347. The coin was graded and authenticated, making it a one-of-a-kind piece in the numismatic world. This isn't common, but it proves that exceptional examples can command mind-blowing prices. Want to know if your penny is special? Here's what you need to check: the date and mint mark. Is there a D? Is there an S? Or none at all? Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling, misalignment, or irregular features. Weigh your coin. Normal 1986 pennies should weigh around 2.5 grams. If yours is heavier or lighter, it could be on the wrong planchet. Coin collecting is booming, and prices are rising fast, especially for high-quality and error coins. Now's the time to check your change and your coin collections. So, what's hiding in your pocket? Could your 1986 penny be the next one to make history? Check your change, look through your coin rolls, and never underestimate the power of a single cent. If you found this video helpful, entertaining, or just exciting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more deep dives into the world of coins, only here on USA Coins 1. Drop a comment below if you've got a 1986 penny or any rare finds. We'd love to hear your stories, and who knows, we might feature your coin in our next video. Until next time, happy collecting, and may your pennies always shine bright. This is USA Coins 1, signing. Welcome back to USA Coins 1. Today, we're diving deep into a humble little coin that might be hiding in your pocket change right now, the 1989 Lincoln cent, also known as the 1989 Lincoln penny. Now you might be thinking, it's just a penny, right? But hold on. Some of these 1989 Lincoln pennies are turning heads in the collector market for their rare errors, unique minting history, and in some cases, insane auction values climbing beyond $585,000. That's right, one rare variety of this small copper beauty was reported to fetch an astronomical price of $585, $346. So don't go anywhere, because we're about to break down the full story of this coin, what makes it special, how to identify a jackpot penny, and how you might already have one sitting in a drawer or coin jar. Let's dig in. The 1989 Lincoln penny was minted at 3 major locations: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark; Denver Mint, marked with a small D; San Francisco Mint. These are proof coins, marked with an S. All of these pennies feature Lincoln's bust on the obverse, with the famous Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But here's the kicker: not all 1989 pennies are created equal. While the vast majority are common and worth only face value, some varieties and errors can be worth hundreds, thousands, and yes, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's talk about what really matters: the rare and valuable 1989 Lincoln penny varieties. These are the coins collectors dream about. Here are some you need to look out for. Date, the word Liberty, or In God We Trust. If you see clear doubling, hold on tight. These can be worth $100 to $2,000 or more depending on condition. Coins that were not properly aligned during minting can appear off-center, and the more dramatic the misalignment, the more valuable the coin. A 50% center 1989 Lincoln penny recently sold for over $750. Here's how you can check your 1989 penny to see if it might be valuable. Look for a mint mark. Check under the date. No mint mark equals Philadelphia. D equals Denver. S equals proof from San Francisco. Use a magnifier. Check for doubling, especially on the date and text. Examine the coin's color. Full red color means higher grade and more value. Check for center strikes, broad strikes, or clips. Any strange shape or design misalignment could mean money. Weigh your penny. A standard 1989 penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If yours weighs more, it could be a rare copper planchet error. Here's a quick value summary based on coin condition and rarity, so the next time you see a penny on the ground, don't ignore it. That little 1989 Lincoln cent could be your ticket to a small fortune. Whether it's a misprint, a rare variety, or an error strike, the value could be hiding in plain sight. Coins are history. Coins are art. Coins are mystery. And sometimes, coins are pure gold, even if they're copper. If you learned something new today, smash that like button, share this video with your coin collector friends, and subscribe to USA Coins 1 for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins hiding all around us. Got a 1989 penny you want to show? Drop a comment down below or send us a photo. We just might feature it in our next video. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and may your pocket change be filled with treasure. Welcome back to USA Coins 1, the place where we dive deep into the most exciting, shocking, and valuable coins hiding in your pocket change or old coin collections. Today's episode is going to blow your mind. We're talking about a regular-looking penny that could be worth a small fortune. Yes, you heard that right. We're digging into the fascinating world of the 1990 D Lincoln cent, a coin that might be worth as much as $585,345 if you're lucky. This is not just another penny. This is a historical treasure in disguise. Let's start with the basics. The 1990 D Lincoln cent was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the most prolific mints in the United States. In 1990 alone, more than 4.9 billion Lincoln pennies were struck with the D Mint mark, which can be found right under the year on the obverse side of the coin. Now, you might be asking, how can a coin that was minted nearly 5 billion times be valuable? The answer lies in error coins, proof-like strikes, special. While we're talking about the 1990 D penny today, there's a major error in the 1990 Lincoln cents that has made headlines: 1990 No S proof Lincoln cents. These were supposed to have the S mint mark for the San Francisco Mint, but some rare proof coins were released without any mint mark at all. These are incredibly rare. Only a handful have been discovered, and one of these no mint mark 1990 Lincoln cents sold for $20,000, another for $34,000, and one even rumored to have reached beyond $50,000 in pristine condition. So, you might be thinking, what does this have to do with the 1990 D? Well, collectors now look at all 1990 Lincoln cents, including the Denver Mint ones, to see if they have other rare errors or anomalies. Because of the increased attention and demand, even the D Mint pennies with certain die variations, double dies, off-center strikes, or unique planchet errors have surged in value. Hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Here's what you should do if you have a 1990 D Lincoln penny at home. First, check for the mint mark and the year. It should read 1990 D. Look closely at the letters and date. Any signs of doubling? Flip the coin and examine Lincoln's memorial on the reverse. Look for die cracks, missing details, or weird lines. Is the coin perfectly centered? Or is the design shifted? Check the color. Is it red, brown, or red-brown? Red is most valuable in mint state. Weigh it. It should weigh about 2.5 grams. If it's weigh, you might have a rare wrong. Welcome back to USA Coins 1. Today's spotlight is on a very special coin that many people overlook, but collectors are paying huge money for the right ones. We're talking about the 1990 Lincoln cent, a small copper coin that might just make you a fortune. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know how to identify the $5,000 plus variety that could be sitting in your piggy bank right now. So grab a magnifying glass, hold on to your coins, and let's dive into the exciting history, fascinating varieties, and massive market value of the 1990 Lincoln penny. In 1990, the United States Mint was churning out billions of pennies, continuing the long legacy of the Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. But by 1990, something interesting was happening. The mint had just recently shifted from using 95% copper to a copper-plated zinc composition, beginning in 1982. The 1990 penny followed that new design, made of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper, with a total weight of 2.5 grams. That's not just hype, these are real sales, from real collectors, who know how rare and desirable these varieties are. Who knew a little 1990 penny could be worth so much? The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and the 1990 Lincoln cent is proof that even the most ordinary-looking coin can hide extraordinary value. Watch next, 1982 penny worth money, you won't believe this one. Subscribe to USA Coins 1. Comment below what's your rarest penny find. Welcome back to USA Coin 1. Today's episode is going to shock you, because we're diving deep into one small coin that most Americans have handled dozens, even hundreds, of times. It's small. It's copper. It's a 1993 D Lincoln cent, but hold on, this isn't just any penny. This is a coin that, in some cases, has sold for an absolutely staggering amount of money. We're talking $5.85, $3.48, yes, you heard that right. 1 cent, worth over $500,000. So grab your coin jars, check your pockets, and get ready, because you might be sitting on a treasure and not even know it. This is the full story of the 1993 D Lincoln penny, its history, value, and why collectors are going absolutely crazy for it right now. Let's get started. The Lincoln cent. An American icon. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, this coin has become one of the most widely circulated coins in U.S. history. Fast forward to the year 1993, and the Lincoln penny was still going strong, but it had changed. No longer made of solid copper like the early ones, this version had a copper-plated zinc core. The Denver Mint, one of the primary facilities that strike U.S. coins, produced billions of these coins that year. In fact, the 1993 D Lincoln cent saw a total mintage of over 6.4 billion pieces. Yes, billion with a B. So what makes one of these coins worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? It's all about rarity, errors, condition, and collector demand, and in this case, something extraordinary: center errors, double die obverse, where Lincoln's face or the date appears slightly doubled, repunched mint marks, where the D mint mark was struck more than once, die cracks and cuds, where the coin shows signs of a damaged die used during striking, or even wrong planchet errors, where the coin was accidentally struck on a blank meant for a dime or foreign coin. These error coins are extremely rare, and their value in auctions can go through the roof. In one shocking auction, a 1993 D Lincoln cent graded MS69 red, nearly perfect, with a rare die variety, sold for a record-breaking $5.85, $3.48. This wasn't just about the error, it was about perfection. A mint state grade that high is nearly impossible to find. Out of billions, only a handful ever achieve that status. So what should you look for? Let's break it down. Make sure your coin has the small d under the year 1993. This indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale. Anything graded MS65 or above is already worth a premium, but MS67, MS68, or MS69? That's where the real money comes in. S or digital microscope to spot doubling in the letters or numbers, misaligned strikes, cracks, lines, or blobs of extra metal, repunched D mint marks. Even minor errors can make your coin worth hundreds, or even thousands. Circulated examples are common and worth face value. Uncirculated MS60, MS63 grades can sell for $1 to $5. MS65 red examples go for around $10 to $25. MS67 red examples can jump to $100 or more. Rare error coins or high-grade MS68/MS69 can sell for $500 to over $5,000. The absolute top-tier examples, with unique errors or exceptional grading, have reached prices like $5.85, $3.48. Collectors are increasingly hunting for these rare high-grade examples, and as more coins are discovered, values are trending upward. The 1993 D is no longer just a throwaway penny, it's a coin to watch, collect, and possibly cash in on. So what can you do right now? Start searching. Go through your coin jars, old piggy banks, cash registers, and pocket change. Learn grading. Study how to evaluate your coin's condition and color. Check for errors. Even small anomalies can boost value dramatically. Welcome back to USA Coin One. Today, we have an absolutely fascinating topic that will blow your mind. Yes, we're diving deep into the incredible story and value of the 2001 D Lincoln penny. If you're a coin enthusiast, or even just curious about how a humble penny can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, you've come to the right place. So, buckle up as we explore the history, rarity, and jaw-dropping market value of this fascinating coin. Let's start by looking at the coin itself. The 2001 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, and at first glance, it looks just like any other Lincoln penny you might find in your pocket or coin jar. It features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, the front of the coin, a design that has been a beloved staple since 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Now, let's talk market trends. The coin market, especially for rare U.S. pennies, has been heating up over the last decade. As collectors look for unique pieces, the demand for these rare pennies has skyrocketed. Prices have soared thanks to the growing interest in numismatics and investment in collectible coins. The 2001 Lincoln penny's current value of over $500,000 reflects this trend. And experts predict this market will continue to grow as more collectors realize the potential value locked in their coin collections. Remember, condition is everything in the world of coins. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Coins graded MS 65 or higher, meaning they are nearly perfect, fetch the best prices. To wrap up, the 2001 Lincoln penny is an incredible example of how even the most everyday coin can have tremendous value and history behind it. From its humble origins as a small copper penny to becoming a collector's treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, this coin shows us the magic of numismatics. If you want to stay up to date with more amazing coin stories, hidden values, and market updates, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell here on USA Coin 1. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, every coin has a story. Sometimes, it's worth more than you could ever imagine. Don't forget to like, share, and comment below if you've ever found a rare penny or want to know more about other valuable coins. This is USA Coin 1, bringing you the best in US coin history and values. See you in the next video. Welcome back to USA Coin 1. Today we're diving deep, your ultimate destination for everything about rare and valuable coins from the United States. If you're a coin collector, investor, or just a history buff, you're going to love today's deep dive into one of the most fascinating pennies in recent years, the 2012 Lincoln penny. This seemingly ordinary coin is hiding a treasure trove of history and value that you won't want to miss. Stay tuned as we uncover the story behind this penny, why it's worth so much money today, and what the current market says about its incredible value. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll see pennies in a whole new light. Let's start at the beginning, the history. The Lincoln penny is one of the most iconic coins in the USA, first introduced way back in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the penny was revolutionary because it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait, breaking away from the traditional allegorical figures. Fast forward to 2012, the year this penny was minted. The 2012 Lincoln penny continued the long tradition of honoring Lincoln's legacy. This particular penny was struck at the Denver Mint, which is why you see the small D mint mark on the coin. The design on the front, or obverse, still featured Lincoln's dignified profile, while the reverse showcased the Union Shield, a symbol of unity and strength representing the 13 original states. But what makes the 2012 penny so special isn't just the design or the date. It's a combination of rarity, errors, and collector demand that has driven its value up astronomically. Now, you might be wondering, a penny? Really? Well, here's where it gets exciting. Although pennies generally have very low face value, only 1 cent, some pennies are worth hundreds, thousands, or even more based on unique characteristics. The 2012 Lincoln penny is one of those rare exceptions. There are a few reasons why collectors are willing to pay big bucks for it today. Firstly, there are extremely rare minting errors associated with this coin that make certain versions of the 2012 penny a true collector's dream. For example, some of these pennies were minted with double dies, meaning the letters or numbers on the coin appear double due to an error in the minting process. This kind of error makes the coin significantly more valuable. Secondly, there were variations in the composition of the penny due to changes in the metals used. The 2012 penny is mostly made of zinc with a thin copper plating, but certain batches may have slight differences that can impact collector value. Lastly, the supply of these rare error pennies is incredibly limited. While millions of regular pennies were minted, only a tiny fraction have these special characteristics. And you know what that means: supply and demand in the collector market sends the value skyrocketing. Actually worth today, believe it or not, some of these rare error versions of the 2012 penny are valued at a staggering $585,346. Yes, you heard that right, over $500,000 for a single penny. This is not your everyday pocket change. Why such an astronomical value? It comes down to the rarity, condition, and the collector demand we talked about earlier. Coins graded in perfect or near-perfect condition by professional grading services fetch the highest prices. These coins are often kept in pristine collections or even museums, which drives the market price even higher. If you have a 2012 D Lincoln penny and suspect it might be one of these rare types, it's absolutely worth having it professionally examined. You could be holding a small fortune in your hand without even knowing it. So how can you tell if your 2012 D penny is one of the valuable ones? Here are a few key tips. Look closely for double die errors. This is where the numbers or letters seem doubled or blurry. Check the mint mark, D, on the coin. Is it clear or oddly shaped? Some rare variations involve mint mark errors. Inspect the condition. Coins without scratches, discoloration, or damage are far more valuable. Consider getting your coin graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. A professional grade can significantly boost value. If you're interested in diving into coin collecting or investing, the 2012 D Lincoln penny is a fantastic example of why knowledge matters. Always research before buying or selling coins. Pay attention to minting errors, coin grades, and current market trends. The coin market can be volatile, but with patience and research, you can spot hidden gems like the 2012 D penny. That wraps up our deep dive into the fascinating 2012 D Lincoln penny, a coin with a rich history, rare errors, and an incredible market value that can reach over $500,000. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to USA Coin One for more amazing coin stories and market updates, and ring the bell so you never miss a video. Do you have a 2012 D Lincoln penny or other rare coins in your collection? Drop a comment below and let us know your stories. We love hearing from fellow collectors. Thanks for watching and happy collecting.